I thought I'd make a short video showing you the soldering iron station that I recently made, particularly for the purpose of repairing the solder joints on pipe organ pipes. The soldering iron used by many professionals who spend their day making pipe organ pipes is quite an expensive tool, and it also doesn't have any temperature control on it, which I've put on this unit. That's important because the melting point of the pipe work that the organ pipe is made of is not that much different from the melting point of the solder. So you have to be very skilled in what you're doing. If you do it all day, every day, then that's I'm sure you pick that up. But I'm just going to be doing this occasionally, and I thought it would be nice to have a temperature controlled soldering iron just to take some of the risk out of make it a bit easier to solder and make repairs to these pipe organ pipes. So on the right here we have a soldering iron. It was £18 off eBay. It's 300 watts, and what I've done is I've modified it slightly by drilling a hole in the tip and putting a grub screw in, and in there is a thermocouple, and you can see the lead runs down the handle, through a hole in the handle and then out into this box. And in this box we've got a PID temperature controller, so you can set the set temperature that the controller is aiming for, and it will measure the temperature of the thermocouple, and it will turn the power supply on and off to heat up the soldering iron. So if we have a little look in the box, we can just see that the PID controller is connected to a solid state relay which turns the power on and off. And it's actually the PID controller is it's described as self-learning, so it will adjust what the values of the different parts of the controller are. So there's the proportional part, the integral and the derivative, so it will change the settings on those to try and get the soldering iron up to temperature as quick as possible without overshooting, and it seems to do a very good job at that. Because the thermocouple, the end of the soldering iron, is quite a long way away from where the heating element is, there's quite a delay in the heat getting down the soldering iron, and the first time I turned it on, it overshot its temperature quite considerably, but then the next time I've used it, it goes spot on to temperature, and then it holds it there quite nicely. So I'm really pleased with how it's come out. So it was £18 for the soldering iron, £12 for the PID controller and the relay, and then another £8 or so for the box. So for a fraction of the cost of a more professional model, I've got a soldering iron that seems to work very well. I'm not particularly good at soldering, I don't think. I've always found it a struggle, but with this soldering iron it's remarkably easy. There's a nice thermal mass in the tip, but because you've got the temperature controller, it doesn't get too hot, so it works really well. I've been really pleased.